propolis, and propolis is this sticky substance that seals everything together. You see it on the,
Yeah.
it's like super sticky. It's like you can't get it off. It's so sticky. And there's going to be a little wax at the top probably.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
So I'm going to smoke them down a little bit. You'll see them retreat. See how they kind of scramble and retreat? Mm-hmm. And so since I'm in here, I'm going to do what most beekeepers will do, and I'm going to get rid of the burr comb. So all of this comb right here is just extra wax. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrape some of that off. Look out, girl. And I say girl because only the females work, the males do not. And only the females can sting as well.
Where do the males stay?
They live in here. I'll show you the difference between the two when we see one. So there's a little bit of honey. Do you see it in there, the shiny?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of honey in there that, oh, see it dripping out?
Oh wow.
Do you see how calm they are?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ripping their house apart right now and they don't even care. They just keep working. See, this one's filling the cell with honey.
Cool.
So they just do their thing. And so like Kristen's gotten used to it. So she's right here, you know, watching them.
That's so cool.
So what I'm going to do is I usually like to start with a frame that's towards the outside. And I'm going to be honest, I got these frames from the guy that I bought them from. I don't like these plastic frames because the grip doesn't grab them very well. Did I forget the grip? Oh no, it's right there. Can you grab that metal thing? And can you actually grab that white thing as well? This allows me to hang the frame off to the side and not have to put it on the ground. I'm going to start with this one right here, and then eventually I'll let you go ahead and do one. I'll probably have you do like a wood one because these plastic ones don't grab very well. And I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to actually let go of the grip because I don't like the plastic ones with the grip.
That is so cool.
Interesting. So I basically have mainly honey in here. Do you see the shimmer
Yeah.
of honey? And they're just slowly filling these cells with honey. These are all females. I don't see any drones. The males are called drones right now.
So where would the males be? Somewhere
They
in
just
there?
are mixed in wherever. They can go wherever they want in the hive. It's not like they have to go to a certain room or something.
So is it a bad thing that they haven't filled it all in, or?
No, different bees at different times. I mean, this one's just on fire over here. And if we should happen to not see any brood in here, then this one may be queenless. And what I'll do is we'll go into this hive and we'll take a frame out of that hive and put it in here so they can draw out a new queen. But I would be surprised because when Chris and I looked at these the other day, they looked pretty good. I'm still not seeing any eggs or brood, so not liking that. Maybe this was the one, Kristen, that was a little weaker, do you think? I could have swore it was the first one. So what I'm looking for in these empty cells is I'm hoping that there's eggs, and I am not seeing any eggs. They are hard to see, but I definitely don't see eggs.
Do they look like fish eggs? Or
No,
like
they're like
clear,
they
or?
actually look like a little piece of rice, if
Okay.
anything. But the fact that they're so calm tells me that there probably is a queen. Ah, that's what we wanted to see. So, although there's a queen cell right there, this is all brood. So that's going to be new little bees. And I want to see if there's any young brood, because if there's young brood, there's a lot of pollen mixed in. Still not seeing young, oh, I see eggs. So it's hard to see, but look right in this area here.
Oh yeah.
There's a teeny tiny, it looks like a rice kernel.
Yes.
Do you see it? That's an egg. This side, interesting. Wow. Oh, but there's eggs in these. See them all? They're all eggs. So I got a good laying queen. She's just not as prolific. What's the word?
Prolific.
Thank you. As the other one. All right. So I'm going to have you do this wood one because it will be easier to grab. So these little hooks go underneath the ledge. So if you just take that, it's almost like scissors. You're going to kind of open it up and then put it towards the middle as best you can. Go down a little ways and then squeeze it tight and then just pull straight up. So this is a beautiful frame. If you look, there's lots of brood. Look at that, Kristen. Isn't that gorgeous? All that brood.
That's so cool.
And so notice they just keep doing their thing. They really, like, they don't care. I'm going to see if the queen, by chance, you could open up the thing and let go. There you go. This seems like a good frame that the queen could be on, but I don't see her. We saw one of the queens this morning. Now, she
So
was a marked queen.
How can you tell that she's a queen?
She's got a little bit larger abdomen. She's a little bit plumper and bigger. Now, some queens will be bigger than other queens, so sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to tell. I hate that my gloves get stuck underneath. Can you grab this tool right here?
Yes.
Thank you.
When did you start getting into bees?
About 8 years ago. It's kind of a cool story. You know, I'm a 5th grade teacher, and I teach in Rochester, and the Women's Garden Club, it's a bunch of older ladies, you know, retired ladies of Rochester, raised enough money to send a public school teacher up to Beaver Island. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I've never been, but I know what it is.
To learn beekeeping through a professor at Oakland University called Beekeeping Across the Curriculum. And I said, sign me up, I'll do it. And I got to know the professor from OU really well, and she became my mentor. And I helped her with the hives at Oakland University, and just fell in love with it. Now, I'm still not seeing the queen. See how active they are? I mean, they're just going to town. They're just work. I still have not seen a drone. This is a pretty male. This is a girls only club.
So do you split up the bees? Like they're not all part of one family or anything?
No, these are sisters. They're all from the bees from the same mother.
Okay.
They don't mix.
Okay.
You have one queen. Now, it is possible that a new queen would be born, but that queen has the same genes. It's just the lucky sister that became the queen. Yeah, this looks better than I thought, but man, the other hive has gone up to the top so much already. I'm super impressed with the hive behind us. This is what I expected it to look like, but there's a lot of brood here that's going to be hatching out. It takes about 21 days from the point that the egg is laid to the point that it emerges out of its cell. And it, just like any insect, it goes through its metamorphosis. It starts with a larva, becomes a pupa, and then an adult.
So
I have not seen one drone. That's so funny. There really are no boys in this hive.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not necessarily, because they really don't do anything. It's just that this hive won't send out males to breed with a queen from another hive.
That's so cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So notice that these are a little bit darker. See how some bees are darker? See how dark that one is?
Yeah.
That bee's father, or it could be from the mother, its genes are more German or Russian. The more gold ones are Italians. I'm really keeping my eye out for the queen because, oh, there she is. Okay, so right there, that big one.
Yeah.
See how big she is?
Is she yellow too?
No, she does. She's not marked. You see her in the middle there, Kristen? She's sticking her head down in the cell. Oh, she's laying an egg right now.
Wow.
She just laid an egg right in front of us. She's like, I'll just do my job. Do you want to get a video of her?
Yeah, I do.
So she's looking for a cell that's empty, but see, a lot of them have honey. So she's like, come on, you guys, get me some cells here. I need to lay some eggs.
Am I going to be in here?
Yep. Oh, here we go. I think she's going to lay one. Oh, no. I thought she found. See how she's looking in there first? There she goes.
Oh yeah. There she goes.
Boom. She's laying an egg right now. Oh, all done. So now she's going to go and find another cell that's empty and lay another egg. Isn't that cool?
It's crazy how there's only a couple of them that can do
Oh,
that.
there she goes. Found another cell. There's only one queen per hive.
That's crazy.
And she's the only female that's fertile. There we go. She's just laying away. That's so cool. You, Kristen, you don't get that very often on video. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did.
How cool is that?
That is really cool.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, there she goes again. She's just going to town. She doesn't care that she's got a
She's got an
rooftop view
audience.
right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that in very carefully because you don't want to harm the queen. And that makes me very happy to see a really healthy queen laying away. And I just I'm putting the house kind of back together, frame by frame, trying to go slow so I don't crush any bees. And then I'm just going to put these frames back. And a few will get crushed. It's just part of beekeeping, unfortunately. It is sad, but. And so now everything's kind of back in order. They will fix all these. So I set them back a little bit because they want everything sealed together.
Yeah.
But isn't that cool?
That is so
And
cool.
oddly enough, not one drone. I honestly did not see one drone. So how is a drone born? It's an unfertile egg. So the queen can choose a fertile egg or an unfertile egg. Somehow her body lets her decide. And there must not have been any unfertile eggs yet. So these two, did you see that they were just exchanging? They look like they're kissing, but they're passing the nectar that they got from out in the fields. And so before I put the box back together, I usually, if I still have smoke left, watch how it will drive them down.
Oh, wow.
Because if they're driven down, I'm not going to crush them like that poor one right there.
Right.
Earlier today, I don't know if you were out here, Cedric called our janitorial and had them sweep up the dead bees.
Did he really?
Yeah, so somebody's job today was sweeping up dead bees.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Like, look over there, Brian.
I thought it looked nice and clean.
Yeah, there was like a
I
pile.
forgot about this. Can you do me a favor and just slightly lift? Not very far. You don't need to go. Just this side. Just kind of tilt it towards you. I forgot to take this off. I'm not used to having this, but I love it.
And
It's a new toy that I was able to get. So you get whatever your hobby is.
So is this water?
It might be some condensation, or it's a little bit of honey.
Get in there, guys.
Ugh, I hate seeing little crushed ones.
Last call.
Everyone today was so upset about the number of dead bees that were out here.
And then again, this is the queen excluder, because when this gets full, the queen can lay all in here, but you see how her body was a little bigger?
Yeah.
She can't fit through this. And the reason you want that is because they're going to put the honey up there, and you don't want eggs and larvae in the honey.
Right.
It'd be gross.
So you only get the honey from the top layers then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, you leave the bottom layers for them because they're going to need honey to survive the winter. But I've even left honey up above too, just to give them a little extra. But a lot of times I just end up before the winter taking this whole box off. Yeah, so I want to space them as best I can because otherwise when they draw the wax,
Oh, it
they
gets
can
stuck.
draw it kind of weird.
Okay.
They'll think that they need to make a new row. And then this is the inner cover. And the outer. And that's the world of honeybee.
That's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
I want my own honeybee.
And what I
in my
love
backyard.
is, did you notice Brian and Kristen were here? Oh, I didn't know we were still videotaping. So we're here at Cobo, and I was just showing the world of a honeybee, but we're gonna sign off. This is Bees in the D at Cobo's Green Roof with the sustainability team. Saying goodbye. See ya.